Let's see what happens when we drop Mentos into a bottle of Coke. This classic experiment is a favorite for a reason. When the Mentos candies are dropped into the soda, they cause a rapid release of carbon dioxide gas, creating a spectacular geyser of fizz. The surface of the Mentos is covered in tiny pits, which provide nucleation sites for the gas bubbles to form rapidly. This reaction is not only fun to watch, but also a great way to learn about physical reactions and gas laws. Make sure to do this experiment outside or in a place where you don't mind getting a little messy. Get ready for a fizzy explosion. The reaction is almost instantaneous, and the soda shoots up in a dramatic fountain. This is a perfect demonstration of how surface area and gas release can create a powerful reaction. You can experiment with different types of soda and see if the results vary. Try using diet soda for a less sticky cleanup. This experiment is a great way to engage kids in science and spark their curiosity about chemical reactions. Now, let's move on to something a bit different. Can you walk on eggs without breaking them? Let's find out. This experiment might seem impossible at first, but it's all about understanding the distribution of weight and the strength of the eggshell. Eggs are surprisingly strong when pressure is applied evenly. The arch shape of the eggshell distributes the weight evenly across the entire surface, allowing you to walk on them without breaking them. This is a fantastic way to learn about physics and the structural integrity of different shapes. It's easier than you think. With a little bit of balance and careful stepping, you can walk across a dozen eggs without cracking a single one. This experiment is a great way to demonstrate the principles of weight distribution and structural strength. It's also a fun challenge to see who can make it across the eggs without breaking any. Just make sure to use fresh eggs and have a soft surface underneath, just in case. Next up, let's create your own lava lamp at home with simple ingredients. This experiment is not only visually stunning, but also a great way to learn about density and the immiscibility of liquids. You'll need a clear bottle, water, oil, food coloring, and a fizzy tablet like Alka-Seltzer. Start by filling the bottle about 3/4 full with water, then add a few drops of food coloring. Next, pour in the oil, leaving some space at the top. You'll notice that the oil floats on top of the water because it is less dense. Finally, drop in the fizzy tablet and watch the magic happen. It's both fun and educational. As the fizzy tablet dissolves, it releases carbon dioxide gas, which forms bubbles that rise through the oil, carrying some of the colored water with them. When the bubbles reach the top, the gas escapes, and the colored water sinks back down. This creates a mesmerizing lava lamp-like effect. You can experiment with different colors and amounts of fizzy tablets to see how it changes the reaction. This is a fantastic way to explore the concepts of density, solubility, and gas release. Now, let's move on to a colorful experiment with milk. Watch milk change colors right before your eyes with a simple science experiment. For this, you'll need a shallow dish, milk, food coloring, and dish soap. Pour the milk into the dish, then add a few drops of different food coloring around the surface. Next, dip a cotton swab into the dish soap and touch it to the surface of the milk. The colors will start to swirl and move in beautiful patterns. This happens because the soap reduces the surface tension of the milk and reacts with the fat molecules, causing the colors to spread and mix. This experiment is a great way to learn about surface tension and the properties of liquids. You can try using different types of milk, such as whole milk, skim milk, or even plant-based milk, to see how the results vary. This is a fun and easy experiment that can be done with items you probably already have at home. It's a great way to introduce kids to the concepts of chemistry and the interactions between different substances. Finally, let's see if you can make an egg bounce. Can you make an egg bounce? It's possible with a little science magic. For this experiment, you'll need a raw egg and some vinegar. Place the egg in a glass or jar and cover it with vinegar. Let it sit for about 24-48 hours. The vinegar, which is an acid, will react with the calcium carbonate in the eggshell, dissolving it and leaving behind the inner membrane. After the time has passed, carefully remove the egg and rinse it off. You'll notice that the shell is gone and the egg feels rubbery. Now try gently bouncing it on a hard surface. The egg will bounce like a ball. This experiment is a fantastic way to learn about chemical reactions and the properties of acids and bases. The acetic acid in the vinegar reacts with the calcium carbonate in the eggshell, producing carbon dioxide gas and dissolving the shell. This leaves behind the flexible membrane, which allows the egg to bounce. You can try this experiment with different types of vinegar or even add food coloring to the vinegar to see if it changes the color of the egg. This is a fun and educational experiment that demonstrates the power of chemical reactions and the properties of different substances. These 5 fun science experiments are easy to do at home and provide a great way to learn about different scientific principles. Whether you're exploring chemical reactions, physical properties, or the interactions between different substances, these experiments are sure to spark curiosity and excitement. So gather your materials, follow the steps, and enjoy the wonders of science right in your own home.